Welcome, everyone, and good morning to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's daily free winner show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Memo. Now, we have a great show for you today. I'm very, very proud to, this is our third day back after vacay, after a little video hiatus. We've worked with Jesse a few days this week already, and I love Jesse, and we get to have Kevin Thomas, and making his return after a long hiatus, Mr. Pavlos Laguretos. Welcome, guys. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Jesse, I saw you a couple times this week. How's your Wednesday going so far?
Well, it's pretty early on the West Coast here, but happy to be here with you guys.
Pavlos, who has been traveling around. I mean, he's got his own TV channel or something over there. Because every time I see him, he's hopping from one place to another like a rock star with models and drinking and daiquiris. Pavlos, how are you, buddy?
Doing great. It's been a weird summer for me, but betting-wise, it's been going great. Without the big soccer leagues, made over 45% in the last 3 weeks alone with this mediocre Argentina, Brazil, and Norway leagues. But now we got the big league starting, and I have a nice replay for you guys because soccer action is back, and it's coming back this week. So I want everybody to get paid as well as you guys.
Good stuff. And our good friend Kevin Thomas. It's the first time I'm working with Kevin since we're back on.
It is.
And it's always great to work with you, Kevin. How have you been? How's the family?
The family's doing good. Mom's back home, and everything is really good. Today might be a little rough for me, but other than that, it's all good.
Guys, let me tell you, Kevin Thomas is always a pleasure to have on the show, and he's always funny on the show, as entertaining as he is informative. We appreciate you. We've got a couple of announcements, but we've got 5 big free winners for you on today's First Family Show. So without any further ado, guys, let me tell you what's going on the 19th and the 20th of this month, August. The first meet and greet for the Wager Talk Sports Memo families was such a huge success. We're having another one August 19th and 20th over at the Superbook at the Westgate. We have the clubhouse. We've got some great stuff. All your favorite personalities from Wager Talk and Sports Memo will be there. Most of the lineups on both websites will be there. I will tell you, I'm excited about that, including all guys like, the Prez and Marco and Johnny Detroit. We're excited about this. Plus, we get to see the entire Detroit staff. We've got the best tech crew and staff and support crew over in Detroit. We get to see all of them. It's going to be great. So, we've got a golf outing. We got a basketball outing. Got a big party at Teddy Cover's house. I'm going to tell you right now, I may or may not give out Teddy's address here in public. No, I won't do that to you, Teddy. I love you. But, guys, we have so much great stuff happening during that meet and greet weekend. We'd love for you to come out. We want to meet you just as bad as you want to meet us. We want to meet all the people that give us year-round support and say thank you in so many ways. We got a few surprises for you, so come meet us. A few other things I want to talk about. Excited that just before we went on hiatus, Dan and I were on a little video hiatus. Well, at least out of the bedroom. Everybody laughed. We went on a little video hiatus, and because of you, our wonderful viewers out there, we hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we couldn't have did it without you. And we love you, we adore you, but yet I'm going to ask you for another favor, guys. We have a new goal. We want to hit 10,000 subscribers during football, and only you could help us get there. And I want you to know, over this week and by the latest next week, we're going to be releasing our fall schedule for our video content. And we're going to be doing some of the most exciting things in the history of this business. We're going to revolutionize video content in sports betting. You want to be a part of it, so please hit that subscribe button. We have a few other things we'd like to tell you about. Dionne, you've got a couple of discounts, don't you?
We have a couple of discounts going on right now. You can get the second half of MLB from either Joey or myself for just $2.99. All you have to do is use code 1STFAM299 upon checkout. That'll get you the rest of MLB for just $2.99. And also for anybody that's on the FF show this week, you can get $30 off of a 7-day all-access package or $30 off of a 7-day MLB package. All you have to do is use code PITCH7 upon checkout.
No, these are great stuff. The customer appreciation. By the way, you're going to see these discounts scroll throughout the entire show. So if you missed it, because Dionne started to talk as quick as I am, if you missed it, they'll be going across the entire show. But, Dionne, the customer appreciation over at Sports Memo was unrivaled. And you made me realize something last night, because I'm doing pretty good in baseball. And you said, Joe, I don't think you realize this, but if somebody takes advantage of your or any of the guys here.
Well, the MLB package with the $30 off for a 7-day package, it brings it down to, I believe, just $49 for a week, which comes down to
$7 a day. $7 a day.
Yeah, $7 a day.
And it's really,
the all-inclusive for people that do put up multiple sports, it comes down to, I believe it's like $59 or $69 for 7 days, all sports inclusive. So I mean, that's a great deal. You can't pass that up,
guys. And you got guys like Pavlos, Kevin, Jesse. Jesse does multiple sports this time of year. Kevin, I know Kevin can't wait for football season because we're only a day away. We're excited about that. He kicks butt, both college and pro football. And Pavlos, who, you know, he's a Greek god of soccer. We've missed him on this show, by the way. That handsome face is. But guys, you know, you follow any one of these cappers, and the small investment that you put out will have an immediate return. I promise you that. And then you'll dive in for a longer stay with any one of these great cappers. So without any further ado, we've got some great things we'd like to give you out free today on the show, correct? We got some great free plays. We're going to go to the body himself, the Iceman, Jesse Schule, who's doing some great work over at Sports Memo. He's going to tell you what he's excited about on the premium side. Then he's got a great free winner for you today. Jesse, the floor is yours.
All right, Joe. So perfect 6-0 MLB run will be tested today with my afternoon executioner on an early game at the ballpark. And as far as my free play for the show, I'm going to talk Baltimore Orioles. They went into the All-Star break as the hottest team in baseball. They've been printing money for bettors for 2 months now. It's a hotly debated topic with some of my colleagues from Wager Talk. Tony Mejia and Tony Finn have insisted that the Orioles are due to suffer regression, and I disagreed with them yesterday. I disagreed with them the day before, but I'm here to tell you that today is a good day to fade the Orioles. You got Martin Perez going for Texas, 9-2, 2.52 ERA. That sounds great, but even better than that, Texas is 9-1 in his last 10 starts. Kyle Bradish goes for the Orioles, 1-4. 7.01 ERA. He's given up 13 runs on 25 hits in 13 2/3 innings in his last 3 starts. I think finally the Orioles have become overvalued, and this is a great spot to fade Baltimore.
What's fans? Jesse the Body Schule says, fade Baltimore today. You know, Jesse, we've talked a lot about this Baltimore Orioles team, both on this and the MLB Full Count Show the last few months, and they were doing some great work, but, you know, you've been doing so well on this show and on the Full Count Show that I've got to tell you, sports fans, follow Jesse on the free play. I know you like what you heard, and if you did, go over to Sports Memo after the show. Take advantage of these discounts. Follow Jesse. He is the Iceman, but he heats up in the summer months. I love it. Without any further ado, let's go to the First Lady of Las Vegas, who is killing it in multiple sports right now. You know, a lot of you out there may not realize it, and I didn't realize this until last week. Do you know who finished second in college football last year at Sports Memo? I had no clue. I had no clue until I was throwing some crap at her, you know, some husband-wife crap. Because for those of you that are married or in relationships, you know how we do. We like to sling little quips at each other all day. And she goes, well, I finished second in college football. What the hell you did? She finished. She had to prove it to me, and she did better than me, and I'm proud of her for that. Finished second in college football. I know you got some big discounts up, and I know you've got some things you want to tell everybody about on the premium side, and I know you got another free winner. Dionne, the floor is yours, darling.
All right, thank you very much. The last 4 days in baseball, I am a perfect 4-0 with a profit of 2,200. I think the odds makers are looking to take advantage of us today with some inflated lines due to the last-minute trades. So I'm going to err on the side of caution today and pass an MLB. But I will have a WNBA play up right after show up on the website, so make sure you check the site after this afternoon. Today's free play is going to take place in the AL Central, where the Detroit Tigers and Minnesota Twins close out a 3-game series. The first 2 games of this series both went under the total, with each team taking a win. The total has gone under in the Tigers' last 6 games, and in the Twins' last 3 games, the total has also gone under. Today, left-hander Tyler Alexander and right-hander Joe Ryan are scheduled to start. Ryan is 7-4 with a 3.78 ERA. Alexander, 2-4 with a 4.10 ERA. And in his last 3 appearances, the total has gone under in 2 of those 3 games. In the last 7 meetings between these AL Central foes, the under is 5-2. And when playing in Minnesota, the total has hit under in all 4 of the last 4 meetings. The under is also 6-0-1 in the Tigers' last 7 versus a team with a winning record, and 5-0-1 in the Twins' last 6 home games versus a left-handed starter. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one.
First Lady of Vegas is take under the Tigers Twins, and I got to tell you, her free play record here on this show is off the charts.
Another big winner, yes? No, unfortunately, I didn't.
Oh, you won on Monday, though.
I won on Monday.
Well, you know what? You can't win every single game, especially when you're giving out the free plays. I know that you're like me. You try to give out something on the free plays that almost make it to the premium side, but your premium plays are killing it.
They are.
So, once in a while, if you get a loser the free plays, I know nobody out there is going to care. Guys, go over to Sports Memo after the show. Follow the First Lady. I'll tell you what. Go buy her preseason NFL or buy her college football package. In a second. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming after her. I want number one because I have a few number one in college footballs over the last few years. I want number one. I definitely want to beat her out. I want bragging rights in the D'Amico household.
We're going to have to have a bet every week. Or at least maybe every month.
Well, I don't know. Last time I made a bet with my buddy Jesse Schule about the Yankees and the Blue Jays. I haven't heard too much about that in a while.
I forgot.
I'll send you some Ginkgo. Maybe you'll remember.
Don't worry. Remind you every single day.
Sports fans, after the show, please follow Dionne. She's doing some great work in multiple sports right now, and she's got some great discounts in football for you. But let's go to a guy that I really love and admire, and he's one of my favorite people in the world, let alone in this business. But for years, Kevin Thomas, the name Kevin Thomas, has been synonymous with winning in multiple sports, and numbers don't lie. If you don't believe me, go over to Sports Memo, check out some of his past statistics. He walk it like he talk it. He's got some great things happening on the premium side he's going to tell you about, and he's got a free winner, and I can't wait to welcome Kevin back. Kevin, the floor is yours.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. And, yeah, it's great to be back, and it's great that the trade deadline's over. And I usually try to take full advantage of the aftermath of the trade deadline as these teams everyone scrambles around. We don't know who's going to come in and play. Is Soto, is Bell going to play for the Padres? Who knows? But these teams all, the trades are done. We kind of see the divide on who's going to advance and who's not. I mean, like Jesse was talking about, I was high on the Orioles myself, and letting go of Trey and Lopez at the last minute. Lopez, the closer, kind of threw me a curveball there. I was kind of shocked at that. But then I'm looking at the Reds and the Marlins here for my free game. And nothing threw me a curveball here because the Reds have been the sellers, and they've made no secrets about it. They pretty much got rid of their whole pitching staff. And then they let Braden Drury go. This guy was leading their team in hits in every category, and he's a phenomenal player now. He's with the Padres, too, to help bolster that potent offense. So the last 2 games between the Reds and Marlins, the Reds have actually won, and they were 2-1, 3-1. Those were the outcomes of those games. Now the Marlins start their ace today in Sandy Alcantara, and he's 9-4. So we're looking at his strikeouts. Now he's the Philly killer. I'm not a big fan of him. Even though the Phillies did get to him last time, as Real Muto has his number for catching him many years with the Marlins. But this guy is the NL Cy Young leader right now. And he's getting about 7.5. He's averaging 8 strikeouts over his last 5. We can get the over strikeouts at 7.5 here against a Reds team that pretty much has thrown in the towel. Now, I'm not saying the Marlins think they're going anywhere this season at all. I mean, but they rely heavily on their pitchers, and 2 of their best bullpen pitchers are now gone. They didn't make too many. They didn't sell off too much, but they did sell off their bullpen. So I think Sandy's going to go at least. I would get it. I'd guess 8 innings today. 7, 8 tops, 7.5 strikeouts is a steal. I figure maybe 9 or 10, and I'd even take the under in this game because if you look at the Marlins, Chisholm, Soler, Birdie, these guys are their big hitters. They've been on the bench for the past month, and there's no rush on getting them back now, especially when the way the season's been going for the Marlins. So I would take the under 7 for the game, over 7.5 for strikeouts for Sandy Alcantara.
Kevin Thomas, you don't get 1 play, you get 2 free plays. He's at Sandy Alcantara over 7.5 Ks, and the Reds Marlins under 7. Guys, another great breakdown, Kevin. That's what we've come to expect from you here on the First Family Show and on the MLB Full Count Show. We thank you for stopping by today. And, guys, go over to Sports Memo after the show. Go follow Kevin with some of these great customer appreciation discounts. I'll promise you're going to follow him all the way to the bank. Now, I am excited to have Pavlos back. He was a daily fixture on the First Family Show over the last month or so, he's been a world traveler. He needed some time to rest and recharge. But I learned something about Pavlos over the last few days that he didn't know I learned.
What's that?
You don't know either. I actually read in the tabloids that he actually dated 3 Kardashian daughters. I don't know which three. But my bet, because I know Pavlos' type, I bet you he had him. That's all I'm saying. I love you, Pavlos.
Does Pavlos like big butts?
Pavlos, we all like big. We all like big butts. Why do you think I'm with you? Anyway, even Jesse saying this. Guys, I want to say that I'm very happy to have Pavlos back here. He is just. I've been doing this 32 years professionally. I actually documented 30 some odd years. I've been doing this over 40 some odd years in this business. I look good for my age, and I've never seen somebody as good in any one sport as Pavlos is in soccer. He's going to tell you about a few things he's been doing. He's going to be telling you about some premium things he's got going on, and he's got another free winner for you. Pavlos, welcome back, buddy.
Glad to be back. As I said at the start of the show, I have a Soccer 5-pack, 5 plays for tonight, going live later in the day with Copa Libertadores, Copa Sudamericana, some MLS plays there, Copa Argentina. But the big news is that the big leagues are starting. The big European leagues, the EPL, the Bundesliga, and the League One, the French League One, are starting this week. So it's going to be an action-packed summer. And here's where we're going to... make some damage tonight. Of course, this match is played on Saturday from the French League One, and it's a match between Strasbourg and Monaco. And Monaco, they just played a midweek match in the Champions League qualifiers, which resulted in a 1-1 draw in the first leg at home. They were playing against a very, very dangerous Dutch side of PSV Eindhoven. So the second leg is set to be played on Tuesday. So there's bound to be some distraction in the league opener, where they're hosted by Strasbourg. And Strasbourg, they remained unbeaten against Monaco with a win and a draw last season, and they haven't lost any of the last. They have actually lost just one of the last 8 matches with 5 wins, just 1 loss and 2 draws. And at home, Strasbourg have been really, really good against Monaco in the last 4 years with 3 wins and 1 draw. So last season, Strasbourg, they had one of the best home records in the league with 11 wins, 3 losses, and 5 draws. And they barely missed that top 5 spots that lead to European competitions. But in this case, and here's a very one of the most important tips in soccer betting: you just have to fade a team in the weekend match that is in between their matches in the Champions League. And Monaco are exactly that. They played yesterday, Tuesday, and they play next Tuesday. So it's a huge deal for Monaco to move on to the next qualifying round and then move on to the Champions League group stage, because there is a lot of money to be had there. You get $18 million just for participating. So they don't really care what's going to happen in the league opener against Strasbourg, a Strasbourg side that I'm going to repeat that they're unbeaten in the last 4 as hosts against Monaco, and they've lost just 1 of the last 8. So all things considered, we're going to fade Monaco here, and we're going to go with Strasbourg on the pick'em line, -102.
Guys, the great god of soccer, Pavlos Laguretos, comes in with Strasbourg. That's great stuff. Pavlos, Dionne and I were listening to your analysis and breakdown, and like I said prior, while you were on the show prior to taking a little hiatus, we learn a lot from you, because I don't know soccer. We don't know soccer. But I learned more and more.
The extent of it is from Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso is the extent I know about soccer. But that doesn't mean that I don't learn a lot. We pick up a lot just in your 90-second analysis every time you're on the show. We thank you for it. I know a lot of the viewers out there, they thank you for it too. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm betting Strasbourg. I'm going to go over. I'm actually going to see if I can get some of Pavlos' premium plays from him without I don't have to pay for them. But trust me, I'm not above paying for good, solid information. Go follow Pavlos after the show. Guys, our whole crew is going to come back in about a minute or so. I've got some stuff I'd like to talk about real quick. Sports since last night, I got to tell you, I took a split in baseball, and that certainly doesn't sit well with me, and it shouldn't sit well with you either. However, I'm on a big run on the diamond. Over the last 3+ weeks, $100 bettors are up $4,930, and that's documented in Sports Memo. I said, I'm not here to give you action. I'm here to give you winners. I am passing on premium releases today. Now, I do have a free play, so don't fret. I thought the lines were a little tough. That, along with the fact that several teams had players switching uniforms the last few days, prompts me to stay away today. I'd rather err on the side of caution, great minds think alike, than give you something I'm half-assed about. But I do have some great MLB discounts available at Sports Memo. On top of that, guys, over the last 15 seasons, I'm documented either 13-2 or 12-3. I had to check. I couldn't find every record. I thought I was 13-2, but I don't want to lie. But 13-2 or 12-3 on Hall of Fame game releases. I have a slew of number one finishes in the preseason action. Last season alone, I went 7-3 on premium releases. Another 6-0 with my free releases. I've got a huge NFL preseason discount available right now at Sports Memo. And right after the show, I already did the analysis on it. Right after this show, my Hall of Fame game winner is going up. That will be available to you. I'm going to put it up really nice and cost-effective. How about now? We're going to give it to you for just a couple of bucks. I want you to start off the NFL preseason campaign winning, but I'm not going to leave you hanging without a free play today. Let's go to the NL Central action where the Cubs are at Busch Stadium and Game 2 of the series with the Cardinals. This is going to be an interesting analysis, so I'm probably going to piss some people off, but that's okay. I like pissing people off. Guys, currently St. Louis possesses a wild card spot, but just 2 games back of Milwaukee. They want a lot more than that. Trust me when I tell you, they want this division. And playing the lackluster Chicago team get them a little closer to their goal. Let's face it, guys, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I like to piss off people from Chicago, but it is true. If I was a Cubs season ticket holder, not only would I ask for my money back, I'd sue for pain and suffering. This team sucks, and they threw in the towel months ago. Shame on you, Cubs. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. And if I was a season ticket holder, I would sue for pain and suffering. Don't get mad at me. She's from Chicago. Don't get mad at me. This is a joke. They are playing with no heart. No love of the game, nothing. I understand they're not going to win the World Series, but at least come out here and try to win, and they have not. That's it. I've said it. That's all. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to play for it later. This is going to be a long analysis because I don't want to get a beating after it. Things are only going to go from bad to worse for this team right now. Justin Steele, Miles Mikolas, they are scheduled starters today. Steele 4-7 with a 3.86 on the campaign. 2 career starts against St. Louis, 0-1 with a 5.25 mark. Mikolas, very respectable. 8-8. He struggled a little bit because earlier in the season, the Cardinals were not putting up a lot of runs. But he has a 2.86 ERA this campaign. And in 13 appearances, which includes 11 starts against the Cubs, 4-2 with a 2.03 ERA. Very simply, guys, St. Louis needs wins. They also have a better lineup, and I should say a significantly better lineup, and a much stronger pitching staff. They took Game 1 of the series yesterday 6-0, and I don't see any reason why Game 2 would be any different of an outcome. They're 6-2 the last 8 at home, 39-19 the last 58 versus division opponents, and 23-10 the last 33 versus left-handed starters. I'm taking the Cardinals on the run line as a small play. I would have put it up as a premium play, but like I said, I wanted to wait a little bit. Let's see how some of these guys are meshing, at least today, or see how the fallout from all the stuff with the trades the last few days. Go from there. Let's bring back the whole crew, guys. Let's go down a few things. Dionne's got a discount. We got a couple announcements, and we'll run down the free plays. Dionne, take it.
That's right. So second half of MLB from either Joey or myself, just $2.99. All you have to do is use code 1STFAM299 upon checkout. And for any of the first family guests that are on the show all week, you can get $30 off a 7-day all access or a MLB 7-day pass. For all you have to do is use code PITCH7. And like Joey did mention, the MLB 7-day pass, once you use that coupon, it comes down to $7 a day. That is a steal. And for anybody who does put up multiple sports, this is the time to jump on that deal to get the 7-day full access of any of the handicappers on the show this week.
That was pretty darn good. Did it all in one breath. I'm proud of you. Anyway, sports fans, later on today, the MLB betting coverage show, full count, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I will be contributing. I will not be hosting. Dr. Chuck is going to be hosting. Me and JM Sports going to be contributing. So tune into that before you make any of your final MLB betting decisions for today. We're going to run down the plays that everybody had today. Jesse the Body Schule, what'd you have for everybody today?
Fade the Orioles. Take Texas.
Fade them away. Take Texas. Love it, Jesse. First Lady of Las Vegas.
I am going with the Tiger Twins under 8.5 today.
That handsome son of a gun, KT, Kevin Thomas, what'd you have for everyone?
San Diego Centaur over 7.5 Ks. Reds Marlins under 7 for the game.
Love it, love it. A bonus play from Kevin Thomas. Mr. Kardashian, Pavlos Laguretos. Pavlos, what do you have for everybody today?
Please don't call me that. I have Strasbourg on the pick'em line, -102 versus Monaco, French League 1 on Saturday.
Thank you, Pavlos. Your sexy and savory host says the Cardinals on the run line, -1.5. Plus 115. Dionne, you've got a couple things that we're going to head on out here.
That's right. And don't forget to follow all of us on Twitter, you can find Jesse at Jesse Schule. You can find Pavlos at Polly_WT. You can find Kevin over at Kevin Thomas 04. You can find me over at the First Lady of Vegas. And Joey, you can find him at Joe D'Amico Wins. And don't forget to tune in the rest of this week for some more special guests and a ton of free winners. On behalf of Sports Memo, Jesse, Pavlos, Kevin, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.